You only really need 4 exercises to work every muscle in your upper body. In today's video, I'm going to show you what those exercises are and how you can do them at home. So using a combination of 4 different pushing or pulling movements, you can work every muscle in your upper body. So I'm going to show you the exercises now, but I just need to make you aware they're not going to be suitable for everyone. Do get checked out before you give them a try, and if they cause you any pain, just avoid them. All right, so the first exercise in this routine involves a horizontal push, which is anything where we're pushing straight out in front of us, and that works the entirety of your chest and the front of your shoulders, and also the backs of the arms as well. And the most obvious exercise for this is going to be a variation of a press up. I'm going to show you 3 variations. Hopefully you can find yourself in at least one of these. And the idea here is to find the one that you can do, but is challenging for you in a range of about 10 to 30 reps. So we'll start with a knee push up. What I'd have you do is start off in kind of like an all fours position and just slightly walk your knees back just a touch like this with your hands directly underneath your shoulders. Maintain this position, keep your bottom in, and then go down and touch your nose on the floor and come back up. Now, by the way, you can do this on your bed, but it makes more sense to do this on a stable surface. So a mat or the carpet on the floor works super well. Now, if you can do more than 30 repetitions of that without getting tired, just simply extend your body out a bit. So walk your hands forward, keep your knees where they are. You can cross your feet over at the back if you wish. And now we're in what we call a half press up. And then you can repeat. So come down, touch, and back up. Down, touch, and back up. And as a side note, the wider your hands are, the more of a workout this will be for your chest. And the narrower your hands are, the more of a workout this will be for the backs of your arms. So if you have some bingo wings at the back that you want to eliminate, then this works super well. Now, the next thing we're going to do here is extend out even more into a full press up. And this won't be relevant for everyone because it's quite tough, but for the people in my audience who are super fit, this is what you should do. So put your hands somewhere nice and stable and now extend right up onto your tiptoes, put your body in a straight line, and then down, touch, and up. Down, touch, and up. The same rules apply. If you keep your hands nice and wide, that's a better workout for your chest. And if you put them nice and narrow, that's better for the backs of the arms. Somewhere between 10 and 30 repetitions in a row, rest for a minute, do 3 sets total, and then move on to the next exercise. As a side note, if you're enjoying this kind of routine, I've got tons more strength routines in my brand new online program called Lifelong Mobility. The difference here is that the routines inside that program are done at a pace that you can follow along with at home, and they're totally on demand and ad-free. You can find details for that below this video. So the next thing we're going to do is what we call a horizontal pull. And I've got 2 variations to show you, just depending on what you've got lying around in the home. Now, a horizontal pull is pulling like this. And the first variation is a dumbbell row. And this is such a good exercise for working everything around your back and the front of the arm, the bicep, okay? So it's a really good way to work all of those pulling muscles. Now, it's called horizontal pull, but we're gonna tilt our body down and pull up like this. So it's still horizontal because what we're using as the reference point is your upper body, okay? So for this exercise, what you need is a dumbbell or a bag filled with books and a chair, something to put your hand against that isn't gonna move when you put your weight through it. So you're going to put one hand on the chair, you're going to put the same leg forward, the other leg back, have your dumbbell down on the ground, reach down and grab it, and then just let it hang like this. So it's just hanging down and you're allowing your shoulder to kind of fall away from you without rotating your spine. Now, the exercise is really easy. You're just going to pull up as if you're starting a lawnmower. And when that dumbbell or that weight touches your body, you're then just going to put it into reverse and let it hang. Simple as that. So everything stays still apart from your arm and your shoulder blade, really. You're bringing your shoulder blade in towards your spine like that, and then letting it fall away from your spine and letting your arm extend. Back up and down. And this is kind of the tempo you want to do this exercise at. So 2 seconds up, 1, 2, 3, down. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And again, we want to be hitting somewhere between 10 and 30 repetitions in a set. That is a great ballpark figure. Do 3 sets of those with a 1 minute's rest in between on each side, and you've just done a great thing for all your pulling muscles. I'm going to show you another variation in case you don't have anything suitable lying around at home with any weight to it. For anyone who struggled with a dumbbell row, this is a perfect alternative. And instead of a weight, you just need a resistance band, which might be easier to get hold of. Now for this, you just need something to wrap it round. So a stairway banister works really, really well. I'm going to use my bed. So slip the band like this around your banister, hold it nice and tight so that when it's nice and tense, it's pulling your arms away from you. So this is your starting position here. And all we're going to do, keep your back nice and straight, is pull in as if you're rowing a boat like this, and then relax out. Now the movement's kind of different to rowing a boat because we're trying to keep our arms tight to our sides throughout, and we want to try and bring our shoulder blades back and together when we reach that final point. When we get to here, we want the shoulder blades split apart. When we get to here, we want the shoulder blades squeezed together. And what we're going to do here is repeat 10 to 30 repetitions of these. And by the end, you should have a nice working ache in between your shoulder blades. So the next exercise we're going to do is our vertical push. So we've pushed forward, which is the horizontal push. Now we're going to push up. And pushing upwards works all of your shoulder muscles and your triceps, which live at the back of the arm. It will also give you a good workout for your core. So what we need for this are 2 dumbbells. If you don't have dumbbells, you can use bags filled up with books. The same kind of principle, although I would recommend for most people, if they want to take their fitness seriously, having a couple of dumbbells at home is a really, really good idea. So you're going to start off with your dumbbells on your knees, and then one at a time, you're going to bring the dumbbells up just so they're sat on your shoulder, 1, 2, like this. And we're going to do something called the dumbbell shoulder press. So what this looks like is this. We're going to push up into the air like this with the dumbbells. At the top, you can bring the dumbbells together and then very slowly bring them back down. Now we want to keep a nice stable spine. So to do that, you might want to just tense your core. And the way I tell people to tense their core, because you hear this all the time, and the way many people teach it really doesn't make sense. I like to think of it as, imagine someone's going to come and jab you in the tummy, and you're going to tense your muscles to try and protect them from jabbing you in the tummy. More specifically, kind of the side of the tummy, because that activates your deep core and stops you from having like a loose tummy, which means your back would be unprotected. Now, if you look at what I'm doing here, I'm trying to keep my neck totally relaxed. I'm pushing up and then back down. And the real tempo of this exercise would be 1, 2, up, and then maybe 1, 2, 3 on the way down. Now, when you're doing this for real, you can do anywhere between, I guess, 10 and 30 repetitions would be absolutely fine. Those have been shown to, well, that's been shown to be a great range for building muscle and strength too. Have a rest for a minute, repeat 3 total sets, and then you can move on to your final exercise. So the final exercise we're going to do today is a vertical pull. And by vertical pull, I mean something up here is going to be pulled down here. And this works a different part of your back musculature and also the front of the arms, again, just to round off this full upper body workout. So for this to work, you really need a resistance band. If you're in the gym, you'd be using a cable or a lat pull down machine, but we can do this at home with one of these. And what we're going to do is we're going to set ourselves up carefully in this position. You want to position a chair facing an open door like this. So you're dead on to the side of the door. Take your resistance band and loop it over the top of the door like this. This is a really cool exercise I've never shown on this channel before. Right, you're going to sit on your chair like this. With your feet, you're just going to try and trap the door on both sides, so it's not going to move left or right. Reach up with your arms and grab either side of your resistance band, sit nice and tall, and then pull down towards you like this, contracting those shoulder blades to bring them down and together. Then relax back up as high as you can go, and then pull down and squeeze. Now, if you've got a nice standard resistance band, it shouldn't slide off the top of the door, although just keep an eye on it to make sure it's not getting too close to the edge. but I could do this all day and that band is not going anywhere. And I can really feel this working between my shoulder blades, so those are my rhomboids, and also my lats, which are the big muscles on the side of your back. Now, again, you're going to do 10 to 30 of those in a row. Keep going until you start to feel some fatigue on your front of the arms. Have a 1 minute's rest, do 3 sets total, and you've just done a fantastic workout for your upper body in just 4 exercises. You've literally worked every muscle. I hope that's been useful. If it has, drop a comment below and let us know. And I look forward to seeing you again on the next video.